All right, Fintech homies, welcome back. Last week, uh, fractionalized NFTs.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Just super interesting.
But today, Bitcoin,
Always fun.
we got this analysis sent to us
Oh, cool.
from someone named Payban's Win.
Okay.
They posted it on TradingView,
I see.
and it's pretty bearish.
Interesting.
Yeah, predicting Bitcoin dropping below $90,000.
Wow. So TradingView, it's kind of a platform for sharing charts and analysis and
A lot of traders use it.
yep.
Payban's Win, this analysis is called Bitcoin is ready to fall below $90,000. Reasons.
Catchy title.
Yeah.
Definitely gets your attention.
For sure.
Bitcoin, it's known for price swings.
Well, yeah, for sure. Big time. But, what's interesting is this Payman's Win, they're not just some rando.
Oh, okay.
They actually pointed back to an analysis they did back in November of 2024, and it accurately predicted Bitcoin hitting almost an all-time high.
So they've been right before.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Once you think twice.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so let's get into it.
Yeah.
What are they seeing this time around?
Yeah. What's their...
So first thing they highlight
okay.
is the weekly chart, which shows a classic head and shoulders pattern forming.
Ah, okay. The head and shoulders.
Yeah, have you heard of that?
Oh, yeah, of course. The head and shoulders is like
It's a classic.
a classic chart pattern.
And it's playing out right now with Bitcoin.
Interesting. And so what makes this head and shoulders pattern particularly noteworthy here is that it's happening as Bitcoin is struggling to break through $104,000.
Like it can't quite get over that
Can't get past it.
resistance level.
Yeah, and that's what makes it concerning, If it can't break through there,
Yeah.
that's a big sign.
And, we've kind of seen this play out in past market cycles too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Where it just kind of hits its head against that ceiling.
Exactly.
So maybe this is one of those times.
Potentially, yeah, if history rhymes.
Okay, so head and shoulders pattern, that's one red flag.
Big one.
But then
Yeah.
Payban's Win takes it a step further.
Oh, boy.
And pulls out the Elliott wave theory.
Oh, wow. Elliott wave, okay.
I know it sounds complicated, but
Yeah, it can be a little bit.
it can be useful.
Yeah, for sure. So Elliott wave, it's this idea that market prices move in these predictable wave patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And
so Payban's Win, what are they seeing?
well, they think Bitcoin is currently forming a specific type of this wave pattern
Okay.
called an expanding flat over the past 18 days.
Okay, so remind me.
Yeah.
What is an expanding flat pattern?
So basically, it suggests that there's going to be this period of consolidation
Okay.
and then a pretty big move in the opposite direction of the trend.
Opposite, okay.
So in this case, if this expanding flat pattern finishes up,
Yeah.
it would likely mean Bitcoin's going down.
So we've got the head and shoulders
Yeah.
suggesting a reversal potentially.
Yeah.
And then we get Elliott wave
Reinforcing that.
with this expanding flat pattern.
Yeah, and Payman's Win even gives a specific price point
Yeah.
of $102,725 where they think this wave pattern ended.
Wow. Okay, so they're not just saying it's going down. They're like, this is where it could start.
Yeah, and if you look at the chart, that lines up almost perfectly with where Bitcoin started reversing recently.
It's getting scary now.
Yeah, and there's more.
Oh, no.
It gets even more interesting when you add in this third element that Pidgeman talks about,
Lay it on me.
USDT.D percent.
USDT.D percent. Okay.
So that one threw me for a loop at first.
USDT, I know that's Tether, but USDT.D percent.
Yeah, what is that?
Sounds like some kind of code.
I know, right?
Right.
But it's actually pretty straightforward.
Okay.
USDT.D percent, it stands for Tether dominance.
Okay.
And basically, it tracks how much of the whole crypto market cap is held in Tether.
So how big Tether's slice of the pie is.
Exactly.
Yeah, got it.
And what Pidgeman saw is that this USDT.D percent, it's been going up lately.
Okay.
And remember, Tether, it's a stable coin.
Right, it's pegged to the dollar.
Exactly, so it's supposed to stay steady.
So if more and more people are putting their money into Tether,
yeah,
that means they're taking it out of other cryptos.
Exactly. And that's a classic risk-off signal.
Interesting. Okay, so we've got head and shoulders. We've got Elliott wave theory. We got this rising Tether dominance thing.
All pointing in the same direction.
It's like a perfect storm of bearish signals.
It really is, and that's not even all of it.
But there's more.
Yeah, it gets even better. Payman's Win doesn't just say Bitcoin is going down.
Oh.
They actually say where they think it's going to go.
Okay, so they're giving us price targets.
Yeah, specific price targets and support levels.
So they're giving us the whole roadmap.
The whole roadmap.
I'm ready.
Let's break out the map.
Let's do it.
And dive into those price predictions.
Yeah.
See what they mean for Bitcoin's future.
Fintech homies, buckle up.
Get ready for a wild ride.
We're going deep into this Bitcoin analysis.
This is going to be good.
Stay tuned.
Don't go anywhere. So first stop on this bearish Bitcoin road trip. Payman Onzun calls it the heavy support zone.
Heavy support zone.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's between $93,400 and $90,000.
Okay, so kind of a price range.
Yeah. And this is where we could see like the big battle
Okay.
between the bulls and the bears.
Bulls being the buyers.
Yeah, they want to see Bitcoin go up.
And the bears.
So they're hoping it goes down.
Okay, and so this heavy support zone, it's like a line in the sand.
Exactly,
They're going to be fighting over it.
And if the bears break through that zone, then things could get ugly.
So where do they think it could go?
Well, Payman says the next stop could be way lower.
Oh, boy.
They call it the potential reversal zone.
Potential reversal zone. That sounds ominous.
Yeah, and that's between $82,200 and $77,300.
Wow, that's a big drop.
That would be a big move.
So from 90,000 down to like 77,000?
Yeah, potentially.
Okay. But they also mentioned other support levels, right?
Oh, yeah, there are other potential stopping points along the way.
Like what?
So remember that head and shoulders pattern we talked about?
Yeah.
Well, the neckline of that pattern,
right.
That's a major support level.
Okay.
And then you've got other trend lines and the 100-day moving average.
Okay, so those could also act as support.
Exactly. Those are areas where we might see some buying come in.
So it's not like it's just going to free fall.
Not necessarily.
There might be some bumps along the way.
Yeah, some bounces as it hits those support levels.
Okay, that makes sense.
And, you know, it's important to remember that technical analysis isn't about predicting exact prices.
Right.
It's more about understanding the probabilities.
Yeah, like where it's more likely to go.
Exactly, and identifying potential areas where it might react.
Okay, so P. Cohen's analysis, it's kind of like a weather forecast.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, it gives us a sense of the potential storms.
Right.
But the exact path could still change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't cancel all your plans just because of a few rain clouds.
Right. But you'd probably bring an umbrella.
Exactly.
Just in case.
Be prepared.
Okay, so speaking of keeping an eye on the sky, there's one more thing in Pearsman's analysis that we haven't talked about yet.
What's that?
The CME gaps.
Ah, the CME gaps.
Now, I got to be honest, these always confuse me a little bit.
Yeah, they can sound a bit technical.
So can you break it down for us?
Yeah, for sure.
What are these gaps all about?
So basically, imagine you're looking at a Bitcoin price chart.
Okay.
And sometimes you might notice little gaps in the chart,
Uh-huh.
like where no trading happened.
Okay.
These gaps, they often happen on the CME.
The Chicago Mercantile Exchange.
Exactly, which is a big platform for trading Bitcoin futures.
Futures being those contracts where you bet on the future price.
Right.
Got it.
So for whatever reason, sometimes there are price ranges on the CME
Yeah.
where no trades happen. So it's
Okay.
like a missing piece of the puzzle.
Missing piece of the price history.
Exactly. And what's interesting is that Bitcoin, it often seems to go back and fill those gaps.
It's like it wants to complete the picture.
It's weird.
It is kind of strange.
And there's no like proven explanation for why it happens.
Some people think it's algorithms,
Yeah.
like trading bots that are targeting those gaps.
Could be. Or maybe it's just market psychology.
People see the gap, and they're like, we got to fill it.
Yeah, could be.
So even if you don't believe in all the technical analysis stuff,
Yeah,
those CME gaps, they're worth watching.
for sure.
They can give you clues about where the price might go.
Especially in a situation like this.
Yeah, where Bitcoin's already looking shaky.
Exactly.
Okay, so one of the CME gaps that Peachins when highlighted, it falls between 80,677 dealers and $77,100.
Right, in that zone.
So if Bitcoin does start dropping,
Uh-huh.
that gap could be like a magnet pulling it down.
Exactly.
Okay, so let me recap.
Yeah.
We got Peachins bearish analysis,
Uh-huh.
3 main signals, head and shoulders,
Yep.
Elliott wave theory,
With the expanding flat pattern,
and rising tether dominance.
3 big red flags.
And then they've given us these price targets.
Yeah, potential support levels and those CME gaps.
So we've kind of zoomed out
Yeah,
and seen the big picture.
a whole landscape.
But now it's time to zoom back in
Right.
and think about what this means for us.
For you, our Fintech homies.
Because this isn't just about understanding charts.
Yeah.
It's about making decisions.
Exactly. Smart decisions in a crazy market.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
What should people do with this information?
That's the big question.
What do we do with this info?
Well, it's all about using this knowledge to make good choices, right?
Right, because we can't actually predict the future.
Oh, crystal ball, unfortunately.
If only.
Yeah.
So what if someone's listening to this
Yeah.
and they're like, oh man, this Peachman swing sounds legit.
Uh-huh.
I got to sell all my Bitcoin.
I would say not so fast.
Okay.
Remember, this is just one person's view.
It's one analysis.
Yeah, they've made good calls before,
Yeah.
but nobody's perfect.
And Bitcoin could still go up in the short term.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Even if the long-term trend is down,
Right.
Bitcoin can be super volatile.
Yeah. Huge swings.
So there could still be chances to make some money.
Especially for those day traders.
Exactly.
But if you're in it for the long haul,
Yeah.
it's about your overall strategy.
Does Bitcoin still fit in your plan?
Exactly.
That's the key question.
And that's why it's so important to do your own research.
Couldn't agree more.
Don't just blindly follow one analyst.
Right, look at different viewpoints.
Like, remember when we talked about on-chain metrics?
Oh, yeah, those can give you a whole different angle.
A totally different perspective.
Yeah, and even if you decide to keep your Bitcoin,
Yeah.
understanding this analysis can help you manage your expectations.
Right, so you're not caught off guard.
Exactly.
Maybe diversify a bit, too.
Yeah, good idea.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
A balanced portfolio is always a good thing.
Even if you're a huge Bitcoin believer.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
whether you're bullish, bearish, or somewhere in between.
This analysis makes us think.
Yeah, it's food for thought.
It reminds us that things are always changing.
And we got to stay informed.
Yep. Adapt to the market.
So Fintech homies,
We want to hear from you.
what do you think?
Is Pageman's one right?
Is Bitcoin doomed?
Let us know in the comments.
We love hearing your thoughts.
Yeah, let's get a discussion going.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Bitcoin,
Don't forget to hit that like button.
it helps us reach more Fintech homies.
And subscribe to the channel.
For more awesome content.
We're always exploring the latest and greatest in finance and crypto.
Until next time, Fintech homies.
Stay curious, stay informed.
And stay ahead of the game.